Photo shoot success. Success.
Success.
Photo shoot success. And now to go home and eat. Because we're hungry. So. Just did a final run through of all the masters. I think they're pretty much there. Did a bunch of tweaking, added some things. They're sounding good. I think this might be it. I'm gonna listen on some fresh ears tomorrow, and then convert them to 4416s, and then we submit. It's always so nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know, things that you work on for so long and you worked on so hard for so long. It's so nerve-wracking submitting it, but I'm excited. I'm excited to finally get these out the door and get them into the world. It's a good feeling. Scary, but exciting. But I think for now it is time for bed because I'm tired. Powerless honestly just means so much to me. It was my debut EP, so I had worked on a lot of flips and remixes prior and hadn't really focused a lot on original music, so this was like really my first body of work that kind of really, I just feel like showed who Pony really was, and like I was kind of coming into my own sound, and it was just, I don't know, it felt like the start of my project really. Even though I had been releasing all of these remixes and whatnot before, it just like felt like the start of Pony. So while I was working on these 4 songs that came to be on the Powerless EP, I had actually worked on a lot of them while going through the hardest thing I think I'm ever going to go through in my life. My sister sadly passed away October 2nd, 2023. She had been diagnosed with a very rare cancer called epithelioid hemangioendothelioma. It's a rare cancer that apparently only affects 1 in 1 million people. And she had been diagnosed basically with stage 4 cancer about, 8 months prior, January, February. And she was just in excruciating pain for basically 8 months. It just obviously continued to get worse and worse. And unfortunately, the type of cancer that my sister had, because it was so rare, there wasn't really a lot of research done about it. And there wasn't even really any treatment for it. They tried doing the immunotherapy. I don't think chemo had been an option. Kind of more towards the end, they tried radiation. She was on every pain med that you could probably ever imagine, and nothing honestly was really helping. So to watch her go through that kind of pain and feeling incredibly helpless was just, I can't even begin to explain it. I don't wish that on anyone. And my sister was just the most kind, caring, thoughtful, loving person that you will ever meet. She put everyone before herself, even while she was going through this, having cancer and the pain that she was in. She didn't even want to inconvenience the staff taking care of her. That just speaks volumes to what kind of person she was. And I was working on these songs while she was going through this, and so I kind of felt like these songs embodied what myself and my sister and my family were going through at the time. Obviously this EP holds a very, very special place in my heart, and that's kind of where the title Powerless came from. I just felt like, the EP itself takes you on this journey through anxiety and depression and stress and anger, pain, frustration, wanting to give up. And I just feel like that it all kind of stemmed from the real life experiences and raw emotion that like me and my sister and my family were going through at the time. So yeah. We kind of knew from the beginning that there was very little chance that, she was going to make it through this. And it was kind of more of a matter of when it would happen. And especially towards the end, it was just, we clung on to any little bit of hope that we could. But I think we all kind of just knew. I got to work with some really cool artists on this EP. So Quiet was the feature on Powerless. Weisner was on Suffering, and I got to work with Andy from After My Fall. He did the vocals on Misery, or like the pre-drop. And then Eero 808, I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation of his name, but he did the vocals on Parasite. And I was really kind of finding my sound with this EP, and I kind of started leaning more into like the rocktronic space. So you'll definitely hear that when you listen to the EP. Lots of rock drums, screamo vocals, very, very metal and rock inspired. I think it kind of does a really good job like showcasing that I don't ever really want to stick to the confines of any one genre. So there's drum and bass on there, there's dubstep, there's mid-tempo. It just really embodies, I think, what I am going for and like who I want to be. And I think it all just kind of came together really well, and it all just kind of sounds very cohesive. So I'm really happy with how the EP itself turned out sonically. So right now I'm just working with the graphic artist. We did the photo shoot. I got the edited photos back. Took me hours and hours and hours to narrow down from all the photos we took. Huge shout out to Tyler Voss for doing the photo shoot and for doing it in such a tight turnaround time. And yeah, he killed it, and they were so nicely edited, and yeah, I just appreciate everyone doing this in the time crunch that we have. So now I'm just working with a graphic designer, trying to kind of come up with a look. This is kind of, I really thought this was a cool concept, kind of like the calligraphy, graffiti, over top of a fairly simple background, white background. I like the eyes whited out. I feel like that kind of like symbolizes being powerless, and kind of just like, I don't know, just like the way that anxiety and depression and just feeling overwhelmed and all of these negative emotions kind of make you feel like foggy. And kind of just like, I don't know, maybe it sounds a little cliche, but dead inside. So I really liked that concept. I was thinking like maybe some of these words could be, I don't know if these are just graphics or graffiti or calligraphy or what. If it says something, I have absolutely no idea what it says, but I was thinking like maybe it could spell out powerless in there, or maybe like have like the names of the songs. Yeah, I don't know, so this is just kind of all the inspo. So I actually ended up not entirely vibing with the direction that the art was going in. It's not no fault of anyone's, sometimes you just try things and sometimes they just don't work out. And I actually found the Instagram handle of the the artist that was in the inspiration photos and ended up messaging him. I think he's based in Russia and didn't actually speak any English, so we were communicating via Google Translate. But yeah, I was super shocked that he actually even responded, and he was down to do the project, and I was so stoked because I was like, oh my god, this was like literally my inspiration, and now I actually get to work with the artist who did exactly what I wanted. So it was really cool. He ended up doing an image for each of the songs on the EP, and they just turned out really awesome. And then we integrated what he did and a little bit of what the first artist did for the actual EP art itself. I'm so stoked. Everything turned out honestly exactly how I wanted it. It couldn't have been more perfect. So thank you to all the artists involved. Huge shout out to them. And yeah. For the visual aspect of the project, I had this idea of doing this scene in the bathtub, basically looking all emo and depressed and like I'm going through it. And I kind of felt like being in this super plain white tub, looking like I'm kind of being consumed by everything, kind of really fit with the theme of the EP. And just like, you go in the shower or the bath, and that's kind of where you do a lot of like the thinking, and it just felt like it suited what I was going for and the message that I was trying to say with the Powerless EP. I'm kind of like, you can kind of see me at points like freaking out or crying, or like the water's just coming down on me, and like, yeah, I don't know, it just really looks like I'm going through it. And my friend Nicky Demis actually helped me film all this. He's a crazy talented videographer, so if you ever need him for video work in Denver, hit him up. So I have always wanted to design clothes. When I was younger, I used to be so into fashion, and I used to draw, just like design things and draw things out. And for a little while, I had a fashion blog. When I look back, it honestly was kind of cringy, but I've just always liked clothes. I like picking outfits out, blah, 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 blah. But I've always really wanted to design some kind of clothing, even if it is relatively simple. Maybe have a clothing line, I don't know. But for now, I really want to do some merch. I think it's probably just like the easiest way to go about doing that. One day maybe have a clothing line or do more with it. But Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. Uh, yeah, I don't know. For the release of my EP at the end of February, I really want to do some merch. I don't really know how realistic it is. I have no idea what goes into making merch at all because I've never done it. And I don't know if I can really afford it right now, but I'm going to look into it and try. These are some designs, mostly just like Pinterest inspired stuff. These two were inspired by the guy that I'm working with who's actually doing some of like the graphic work for me. He's the one that's been doing like the calligraphy kind of style graphics on a photo shoot that I did. So these are kind of almost just like copies of stuff that he's already done, but I just wanted to draw them out anyway, to kind of put my own spin on them. Obviously, we'd have to do something a bit different. But yeah, I just kind of want to have some kind of like calligraphy art so it ties in with the images that I had made and the EP cover. And then this one would be like the actual EP cover art. Was a really quick scribble of it. And then I would have like maybe this in like a calligraphy kind of style font, my logo, and I think I want to like list the tracks on them. I don't really know what else to kind of put on it. But anyway, yeah, these are just a few ideas that I have. I really hope that I can make something happen because I think it would be really cool. I'm kind of nervous. Hope they turned out. This is so cool. Oh my god. Look. It's got my logo. What is this? I like my shirts. Read it. Cool. Wow. I'm happy. I'm so excited for everybody to get these. Yee! Look at that, that's so cool. It's got like my logo there. It feels good. The picture looks good. I'm so happy. They turned out so good. Cool. Thank you for watching my little behind the scenes making of Powerless type video. Yeah, I guess I just want to finish off by saying thank you to everyone that was a part of this project. It wouldn't have gotten done without every single person involved. It wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for everyone's time and effort that they put into this. And I'm just super, super happy with how it turned out. The visual aspect, sonically, just everything. I think it came together really nicely and well, and it's just all exactly what I imagined. And I'm proud. I'm really proud of this project, and it's always going to hold a special place in my heart just because of everything that I kind of was going through when I was making it, everything that I had just gone through when I was making it. And of course, it's my debut EP. Like I said, it was it felt like the start of what my project really was, and I got to really show who Pony was and what I can do. It was really like the first body of work that was just like Pony. It felt like the start of me, and like I said, everything that I just kind of went through with it. I miss my sister a lot, and I'm proud of myself with where I'm at with everything and kind of how strong I guess I've been through all of this. I could have gone down a very dark path, but I actually feel like I chose to kind of see the light in all of it, and I chose to appreciate life and want to live life to the fullest, if not for myself, for her, because she didn't get to. So I want to make this life amazing, with her by my side. This is the necklace that I wear that has her ashes in it. It's got her name on it. I miss her a lot. When she passed, it felt like a relief in a sense, because it felt like this weight was lifted off her shoulders, because the 8 months that she had this, or since she had been diagnosed, it was just so awful. I don't like to see someone in that much pain. Someone like her that was just the most perfect angel ever. It was just really hard, and it felt like when she passed, she just finally wasn't in that pain anymore. So as much as it hurt, it was a weird sense of relief. But it hurts. It's going to always hurt. There is no getting easier or better. You just learn to live with it. And there's just this like emptiness in my heart that it's just always going to be there for the rest of my life now. It's never going to be filled. And it's hard. It's just what we have to live with now for the rest of our lives. Myself, my mom, her kids, my brother-in-law, my family. There's not a day that goes by that we don't think of her. And I truly just hope that I don't know what I believe in. This has really opened my mind to believing in anything. I hope that I get to see her again one day. And I truly want to believe, or I truly do believe, that she was honestly just too good for this world and she got taken to be somewhere better. It doesn't make sense that she had to go through so much pain, but that's what I want to believe, and I hope I get to see her again one day. So, yeah. Anyway, if you haven't streamed Powerless yet or recently, make sure you go do that. And thank you so much for watching. Sorry, I know this was a bit of a long video, but I really just wanted to take you guys through the story behind Powerless, the making of it, what went into it, and I just wanted to chat about it a little bit with you guys. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Hug your loved ones. Never give up. Life is beautiful, even though it throws its curveballs at you, and it can be painful, but every day is still worth living. And yeah. Okay, bye.